Now, let me pop the bubble of what it would have looked like when Jesus was doing this miracle. Because sometimes we think that, oh, he packaged up these nice little fish sticks and put these nice little rolls and put a little butter in there for them, and they just passed it out in these nice little containers. No. That's not what happened at all. I love the fact the Bible gives us so much detail. Look at what it says in verse number 11. It says, likewise, the fishes, they had as many fishes as they would. I don't know if you've ever seen fish, but if there's a lot of fish, I don't think my Jesus, doesn't make dead fish. I think he made living fish. I think every time he creates something, it's life, right? So here are thousands of fish flopping all over the place. And they had as many fish as they wanted. Look at how many fish are there. Thousands and thousands of fish. There were fish in their satchels. There were fish in their sandals. There were fish in their clothes. There were fish all over the place. And they had as many as they wanted. Imagine the chaos of that. But imagine the joyful amount of, hey, fish for you, fish for you. You want more? Here's more. Let's kill them. Let's fry them. Let's fillet them. Whatever we're doing with them. But let's eat them. We're hungry. I'm just telling you right now, when God shows up, there's always enough. There's more than enough. And so here's this miracle. They had as much as they would. And by the way, when it says that they had as much as they would, it comes from the Greek word theos, which is the word for God. It's thelo. And this creation that God has made brought fulfillment. By the way, God always brings true fulfillment. And it says in verse number 12 that they were filled and they gathered up the fragments, and it just so happened that the fragments filled 12 baskets. God was saying, hey, listen, I'm going to fill your need. And God always supplies the need of those who are willing to step out in faith. They were filled. The word filled here means they were satisfied. They were content with what God had done. And in Matthew 14 and verse 20, it talks about how these fragments, they filled the disciples, but then also they filled the stomachs of not just 5,000 men, but also the women and children. We're talking about 15,000 people bare minimum that God did an impossible miracle for. And I will tell you, there is nothing too big that your God can't do. There's nothing too crazy that you can't think of that God can't change. And so nothing is impossible because nothing is impossible for God. And so all of us need to remember that with God, all things are possible.